Welcome back to the VTuber News. This is Salvi, the one who resides on the right side of your screen most of the time, and I'm here now just to remind you guys that I do have a goal for, at the very least, until my birthday in June. I would love to be able to reach 20k subscribers, so if you could please subscribe and continue to watch these videos whenever you have a chance, I would really appreciate it. Just a small reminder, of course, and do enjoy the rest of the video. She has brought in some new drama to Holostars as we go to Okami Mio, who is a member of Hololive Gamers, the generation that Hololive tried to create a while back, with Fubuki, Okayu, and Korone, and of course Mio, to just focus on gaming. That's when they were trying to figure out exactly what they were trying to do. So why is she being targeted in this case, or why is she being seen as someone who is causing issues? It says here, VTuber drama, as of 2 days ago, during the time that the whole, Holostars thing started getting bigger. People are blaming Holostars management a lot, but we have to keep in mind that specifically the Don't Talk with Guys thing was started by Hololive fandom and even talents to maintain the idol image. That is true. Hololive has kind of had this whole idol thing. I think that's where they screwed up when it came to the Holostars personally. But here we go. And we are going to be taking a look at things here. I feel a bit of yuck. It's kind of like my heart hurts. And these things, just in case if you're thinking that what she says, when I see Holomen play a game with male VTubers, I feel a bit yuck, and it's kind of like my heart hurts. It says like you can blame management for lack of OG support, but them putting up a wall between Holostars and Hololive was more of a reaction than an active decision. I love things like Vocaloid and Umas, but idol culture is nuclear waste level toxic. Very true. Let's take a look at what she says here. Let's take a look directly from her, which is what we want to do always in these cases.
いやうちさこんなこと言うのもなんなんだけどさなんかホロライブのメンバーがさやっぱりこう男性のと一緒にゲームやったりとかするのをさ見るとさちょっとうってなるんだよね心が痛むというかなんか全然やってもらっても問題ないんだけどやってもらっていいし止める権利はないんだけどなんかうち自身がそのやっぱねあれなんだよねちょっとやっぱ女の子同士の絡みが見たい派なんだよねどっちかっていうと女の子同士の絡みが最高だとうち自身は思ってるからだから、まあ、自分でもそれを
So it's not so much that she hates Holostars, it is more that she does feel yuck. Look, that is the way that she is when she doesn't want to see them working together in the sense of at least not combining when it comes to and for her it seems to be more fantasizing and stuff like that, but she still does, as she says there, feel a bit of yuck when it comes to having both of them come together. And it says here, yeah, there's a big difference between I don't want to collab with guys and I feel yuck and my heart hurts seeing any of my female coworkers collabing with a guy. Yeah, that's what she said there. Can you imagine if a big male streamer said, I just don't want to work with women? He would not receive the same support. Ninja did some years ago when Fortnite were much bigger. He wanted to avoid rumors of him and girls, etc. Like watching my Oshi break another guy's... Okay, that's another one. I like how people blame management 100% of the blame when at least part of the reason this decision came to light is because of fans' behavior. I understand why Cover did it. I don't like it. I would have rather them at least show some support towards stars. I know they are just a corporation at the end of the day, but flaming them for everything is insanity. Considering the so-called fans didn't bother to support the talents in the first place. Very true. There's not to mention how toxic the vocal part of the original Hololive fan base can be, which basically acts my opportunity for stars to grow as much as the JP side. It really did. Continuing on with the same vein of stuff. How staff treated Holostars. They went above and beyond to treat them like lessers, not allowed to even glimpse a Hololive talent. And I do remember that this is a recent thing from Nene that she did mention, something that happened with Holostars here. And let's take a look.
っていうことはできるけど本名を全部言ってみてって言われたらもう5年間6年間ホロスタさんに遭遇したことないからね
So yeah, in 5 years that she's been a Hololive member, she's never run into Holostars.
マジでよく聞く人人はわかるロベルさんは名前わかる見た目と名前が一致してじゃあ名字あるんですか事務所も狭かったしこう通り過ぎるくらいの機会はあったらしいんだけどねねたちが入ってきたくらいからその時間ずらしたりとかあとなんかマネちゃんにこう隠されてたりとか出会わないんですよね
だからさ、よくみんなが写真撮ってるサインの壁に名前書いてあって、あ、本当にいるんだっていう感じ。そのレベル。あ、そうそうそう、トイレ行く前になんかいないか確認するレベル。最近そんなことない気もするけど、なんか最初新しい新スターになった時はなんか本当にトイレ行きたいですって言ったらちょっと確認してきますみたいな感じだった。何配慮なんだろうね。
And that is Nene just being like, what the heck were they going? What the heck was happening there? But you can see since the beginning, at least when Hololive started getting bigger, they treated Holostars as separate. They treated Holostars as you will not meet the regular Hololive people. You will honestly, just seeing that, it made me think that they treated them like criminals or they treated them like pests or something like that. It is a weird way to do that, but it is ultimately because of the idol culture. The fact that they want them to be idols made this happen. Didn't Ollie mention meeting some stars at the end saying he's handsome IRL? The Nene experience might be exclusive to her manager since he's ex-IRL idol. Coyote has said the studio is set up so that they don't ever meet, so it seems to be general policy to keep them separated. Hololive talents are allowed to cross the line and initiate interactions, which is why you see stories of studio interactions from talents like Ollie and Bay. The same does not appear to be true for Stars talents, with I believe it was Axel saying it's taboo for Stars talent to even make a first contact with Holo talent over DMs asking if they want to collab. They're supposed to wait for the Hololive talent to reach out. So Hololive is always seen as above, huge restrictions for Holostars talents, period, even behind the scenes. It's crazy. It really is. And I hate that it happens. They have huge news, as we're talking about Kaga Oren, who is a female Japanese VTuber, debuted in 2020. I've been watching her for years. Since before her and Krim got married. Since when Krim and her actually, I think, first met, I was around that time. They were friends for a bit through VTubing, and then, you know, they fell in love. They got together, and the big news is they have a baby! Krim was pregnant. They did mention Krim getting, Oren did mention Krim getting pregnant. They did mention that they were getting married, all that kind of stuff, and now it's gotten to the point they have a baby. It's wonderful. My baby was born. Both mother and baby are healthy. I was present at their birth and I was amazed by women. I have so much respect for all women with children, knowing they go through this experience. Down here says, of course, I give huge congratulations to Oren-chan. It was painful to watch my wife battling the pain through childbirth. I wish I could have had taken her place. Krim and the baby will be hospitalized for 5 days, so I'll be busy again with all the preparations. That's amazing news. Congratulations. Thank you for blessings. It made me think about life. Yeah, it's amazing. This is amazing. I'm so glad that they, number one, were able to find love through VTubing, because they found each other through VTubing. They became good friends, fell in love, and they got married, and now they're starting a family. This is amazing. This is probably why you're going to see Oren-chan be a lot less on stream. They're going to have, you know, moments where they're going to be more a family, wanting to be with family, especially a newborn. This is amazing to see. So very glad, and huge congratulations to the wonderful parents and the beautiful new baby. She has lawyered up. She has gotten herself a lawyer. What are we talking about here? We're talking about Mikeneko, who used to be Uruha Rushia of Hololive. And what we're talking about here is something that she is going through right now. She says here, a criminal complaint has been accepted, and currently 11 individuals have been referred to the prosecutors on documents. This is a criminal complaint. This isn't the regular, you know, you can say she's crashing out or whatever on, regular, non-criminal stuff, civil stuff. Regarding defamation on X or bulletin boards, we will continue to take legal action without exception in future as well. We have also identified malicious posts that distort the facts and intentionally portray me as the villain. X posts can also be identified through disclosure requests. Since there are far too many that go beyond all bounds, we'll continue to deal with them firmly. Remember, this is in Japan. This probably wouldn't fly in the US, but this is in Japan where these types of things can be done. How many people took measures but ended up being found not guilty? So far, it's 0. So she has been successful in all of these. There are guys who keep talking based solely on bad impressions, you know, just keep clearing them out. It says, even though we're just peacefully doing our thing, they just keep butting in regularly. It's way too malicious. And that's the thing. No matter what you think about her, don't do malicious things. This is why people get caught. This is why people in Japan can get referred to the criminal authorities. When you do dumb things like this, you're gonna get caught and you're gonna get hit with the hammer in one way or another. She has an amazing new design, and that is what I'm going to show you guys right now. Shylily is a female independent VTuber from Germany, based in the Netherlands. She originally created her 3D model in 2020. She did become Live 2D around 2022, and she has a new design following pretty much the metas that have been happening nowadays. I don't know if you guys have noticed in the VTubing scene. I've noticed this a lot more recently, where they don't have like the old, like the design that I have where I'm facing towards you. They'll have more of a design where it will be either they're sitting down, laying down, in bed, anything like that, where it will be, yes, it's still movable, yes, it still has the kind of things you could do with Live 2D, but it will be more in that vein instead of being the old way that, you know, you're just looking forward. So this is kind of the new meta that's been happening since around 2025, I think, maybe 2024. And let me show you a little bit bigger. She's got the bunny suit, and she's very much in shape.
We can take off our hood. We can take off the hood. We can take off the jacket. And we can take off our fluffy collar. No! There's more we can take off. Let's just say I've never had a model this, suspiciously detailed. I've never had a model this detailed before. But I don't really have a website where I can show this stuff off, so, too bad. You never see.
She's teasing. She's absolutely teasing because, yes, that is the question that a lot of people have. Does it have that toggle, the NSFW toggle? Nowadays, pretty much all of them do at some point, because it's not so much for the NSFW stuff, but they need to know, you know, they need to be able to model everything underneath the clothes to know how the clothes are going to actually interact with the model and how the clothes are going to be modeled on top of that. That's just the way it works. They need to know the movements of every single body part, every single thing. It's not for, well, when the modeler does it, it's usually not for NSFW purposes. Of course, the people can use it as they wish, but big congratulations to Shylily for having this, of course. And here he says, when it gets better and better, I just love bunny outfits. People down here, Mitsu's work's always been a treat to behold, and she goes all out when creating them. That is amazing, of course, to see the person go through all that. The modeler, the rigger, whatever, has done a lot of work, and they should be proud of this. A thirst trap design has been born. Leon Kennedy is known for the thirst traps when it comes to things in Resident Evil universe. I believe he was introduced in Resident Evil 2 as the new Raccoon City recruit for the police department. And we come through here. Cathany, they of course first had these things for Resident Evil 9, the things that came through when he was on the dirt bike, that type of thing. But that isn't the one that I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about here is this one. Leon Kennedy statue 1/4 and 6 scale of Raccoon City Studio, by Raccoon City Studio, ex-superhero studio. It's him in a chair. This is what I mean by thirst trap. Leon Kennedy sitting in that chair, and not only, you know, with his buff self there, that people love in his new way that he looks and everything, his older, more rugged design, then you can take off his clothes. That's something you could absolutely do. That's something you could absolutely do that I was not quite prepared for, but there we go. That is something you can also do in this whole situation. For all the people who want to enjoy the thirst trap stuff, enjoy it. It is, let's see, what can I say? It is very well detailed, very well designed. Luckily, I don't think you can take off the underwear, but yeah, the guy's chiseled. Of course he would be. He's been working out for years. That's what you do when you keep yourself in shape. But yeah, thirst trap, thirst trap, thirst trap everywhere. Hololive EN is a branch underneath the Hololive umbrella. Hololive itself, Hololive Productions, has various other VTubing branches underneath it. Hololive Productions is the overarching agency below Cover Corp, of course. You have the JP generations 1 through 6. You have Hololive English, the 4 generations that currently exist with Myth, Promise, Advent, Justice. And then you have Hololive Device with the 2 under them of Regloss, Flowglow, as well as the Holostars boys, JP and EN involved. Today we're talking about Hololive EN. They have recently popped out. As you know, earlier in the month, etc., they did decide to do a showcase, a little bit of a reveal earlier this year about the Serendipity, which is the 4th concert for all of English. This is a branch-wide concert. It says, don't miss the opportunity to see these 7 special units perform live, each inspired by a unique theme. These are the performing units here. These units are Inanis and Crony, Ina and Crony, Iris and Bay, Fuamoko and Raura, Kiara and Biju, Calliope and Shiori, Gigi and Cecilia, and Narissa and Elizabeth. So they're giving them, you know, each 2-member groups. And it's going to be day 1 is July 3rd. Doors open at 6 p.m. It starts at 8 p.m. So they give you 2 hours to get in. Day 2 is 6 p.m. and starts at 8 p.m. as well. Day 2 is July 3rd and 4th. It will be in Los Angeles. It will be at the Shrine Auditorium. And it will be during Anime Expo. So it's good. And I believe during that time, it might be the World Cup. I'm not sure. No, I don't think it's the World Cup. I don't think it's the World Cup. I don't know. It might be. Whichever one it is. It's going to be a busy time in Los Angeles. So if you're going to be going, do plan for that. Tickets start at $95 each. Just as for basic seating, like basic back of the everything seating. And let's take a look at their thing here. Shrine Auditorium. And it's April 6th is when they actually, you know, the website is now open. Merch is going to be coming soon, of course, which includes pen lights and other things you can get there, probably even a happy or something like that for them. These are all the ones that are going to be doing it. Very happy to see that, yes, Fuwawa is going to be a part of it. Yes, she is by that time because it's July. She said by the end of April, she's going to be back. So it's going to be fine. Fuwamoko's going to be unit again. And they're going to be able to sing their heart out, just like all of the other girls that are involved in this. Big congratulations to each and every one of them. And I will, of course, show you a little bit of the reactions. You debate this, you debate that. Yes, I am the one being baited. And of course, these are the maps for the auditorium, the loge, the balcony, the orchestra, the stage seating, that type of thing there. The ticket prices are as seen here. For the red section, $225, which is about normal for a concert. Middle orchestra, the ones about the pink section, $175. Purple section, $150. And then you have in the rear orchestra balcony, $135, $110, and $95 for the very, very rear section of everything. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of a look-see at what everybody's thinking. And big, like I said, big congratulations to them for getting this.
Use deals. Take showers. Make sure you guys aren't peeing inside the drawer pit.
Oh no, that's gonna happen. People are gonna pee inside that drawer pit. It's one of those things. As a child, people did that. That's why my parents never, ever, ever, ever let me into ball pits. They're like, dude, there's probably poop in there too. You got to be very careful. Some people be some nasty. Dude, kids are nasty, but adults are even nastier when it comes to that stuff. They will pee on it because it is a fetish of theirs. Just don't. And also, oh god, the BO in some anime conventions, which is the reason why I don't go to anime expo anymore. Number 1, it's too expensive. Number 2, too much BO. There's BO, there's COOCHIE stank, there's a bunch of things happening there that I'm just like, ew. It's too much. It's just too ew for me. And I'm very okay with ew, but in this case, no. When you got COOCHIE stanks mixed with BO, mixed with some mildewy smell, it's too much. It's too much for my senses. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course, take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.